Hi, and welcome to another lesson. In this lesson, you're going to practice asking questions in English. As always, please keep in mind that you can always pause the video if you need more time to form a question, or if you want to correct your mistakes. All right, let's begin. Now, you're going to ask questions about Jane and Anne. Jane and Anne aren't overweight. Are Jane and Anne overweight? No, Jane and Anne aren't overweight. They're slim. Are they slim? Yes, they're slim. They used to be overweight. Did they used to be overweight? Yes, they used to be overweight. Who used to be overweight? Well, it's Jane and Anne. Jane and Anne used to be overweight. Two years ago, Jane was overweight. 2 years ago, was Jane overweight? Yes, that's correct. Jane was overweight. How overweight was Jane? Well, Jane was very overweight. 2 years ago, Anne was also overweight. Two years ago, was Anne also overweight? Yes, Anne was also overweight. How overweight was Anne? Well, Anne was a little overweight. 2 years ago, Jane and Anne weren't slim. Two years ago, were Jane and Anne slim? No, they weren't slim. They were actually overweight. How overweight were they? Well, Jane was very overweight and Anne was a little overweight. Now, you're going to ask questions about Kate and her brother Tom. When Kate and Tom were little, they thought Santa Claus was real. When Kate and Tom were little, did they think Santa Claus was real? Yes, they thought Santa Claus was real when they were little. They didn't think Superman was real. Did they think Superman was real? No, they didn't think Superman was real. They didn't think Batman was real. Did they think Batman was real? No, they didn't think Batman was real. They thought someone else was real. Who did they think was real? Well, they thought Santa Claus was real. Why did they think Santa Claus was real? Well, it's because their mother had told them once that Santa Claus was real, and they believed her. They used to believe that Santa Claus was real. Did they used to believe that Santa Claus was real? Yes, that's what they used to believe. When Tom was a boy, he had a friend named Nick. When Tom was a boy, did he have a friend named Nick? Yes, that's correct. He had a friend named Nick when he was a boy. One day, Nick told him something surprising. Did Nick tell him something surprising one day? Yes, Nick told him something surprising one day. What did Nick tell him? Well, Nick told him that Santa wasn't real. Did Nick tell him that Santa wasn't real? Yes, that's what Nick told him. When Tom realized that Santa wasn't real, he was surprised and sad. When Tom realized that Santa wasn't real, was he surprised and sad? Yes, he was surprised and sad. He didn't feel angry. Did he feel angry? No, that's not how he felt. He didn't feel angry. How did he feel? Well, he felt surprised and sad. Why did he feel surprised and sad? Well, it's because before Nick told him the truth, he truly believed that Santa was real, and he loved Santa very much. When Tom got home, he did something he didn't want to do. What did Tom do when he got home? Well, he told Kate that Santa didn't actually exist. Did he tell Kate that Santa didn't actually exist? Yes, that's what he told her. He didn't tell Kate that their parents were sick. Did he tell Kate that their parents were sick? No, that's not what he told her. He told her something else. What did he tell her? Well, he told her that Santa didn't actually exist. When Kate realized that Santa didn't exist, she cried. When Kate realized that Santa didn't exist, did she cry? Yes, that's what happened when she realized that Santa didn't exist. She didn't cry for just a few minutes. Did she cry for just a few minutes? No, she didn't cry for just a few minutes. She cried much longer than that. How long did she cry? Well, she cried for almost an hour. Why did she cry for almost an hour? Well, it's because she had learned that Santa didn't actually exist. Now, you're going to ask questions about two sisters named Grace and Emma. Grace and Emma have pets. Do Grace and Emma have pets? Yes, they have pets. Their pets aren't dogs. Are their pets dogs? No, their pets aren't dogs. Their pets aren't cats. Are their pets cats? No, their pets aren't cats. What kind of animals are their pets? Well, their pets are spiders. They think their spiders are cute. Do they think their spiders are cute? Yes, they think their spiders are cute. They aren't afraid of their spiders. Are they afraid of their spiders? No, they aren't afraid of their spiders. When they were young, they were afraid of spiders. When they were young, were they afraid of spiders? Yes, they were afraid of spiders when they were young. They weren't afraid of birds. Were they afraid of birds? No, they weren't afraid of birds. They were afraid of something else. What were they afraid of? Well, they were afraid of spiders. When they were young, they didn't think spiders were cute. When they were young, did they think spiders were cute? No, that's not true. They didn't think spiders were cute. What did they think about spiders? Well, they thought spiders were really scary. They didn't think spiders were interesting. Did they think spiders were interesting? No, they didn't think spiders were interesting. What did they think about spiders? Well, they thought spiders were really scary. Who thought spiders were really scary? Well, it was Grace and Emma who thought spiders were really scary. One day, Grace and Emma watched a cartoon. Did Grace and Emma watch a cartoon one day? Yes, they watched a cartoon one day. The cartoon wasn't about dogs. Was the cartoon about dogs? No, the cartoon wasn't about dogs. The cartoon wasn't about cats. Was the cartoon about cats? No, it wasn't. The cartoon was about something else. What was the cartoon about? Well, the cartoon was about spiders. The cartoon was funny. Was the cartoon funny? Yes, The cartoon was funny. How funny was the cartoon? Well, it was very funny. The spiders in the cartoon weren't scary. Were the spiders in the cartoon scary? No, they weren't scary at all. The spiders in the cartoon were cute. Were the spiders in the cartoon cute? Yes, they were cute. Before they watched the cartoon, they were afraid of spiders. Before they watched the cartoon, were they afraid of spiders? Yes, that's correct. Before they watched the cartoon, they were afraid of spiders. After they watched the cartoon, something interesting happened. What happened after they watched the cartoon? Well, after they watched the cartoon, their fear of spiders was completely gone. After they watched the cartoon, they weren't afraid of spiders anymore. After they watched the cartoon, were they still afraid of spiders? No, they weren't. After they watched the cartoon, they weren't afraid of spiders anymore. All right, we've reached the end of this lesson. Don't worry if you had difficulty asking some of the questions. This lesson is quite difficult. So please repeat this lesson until you can ask every question. Thank you for using this lesson to improve your English. I'll see you next time.